Welcome back to Yoga Salvatica. Our sequence today focuses on the shoulders. But to start, we'll just find a comfortable seat in the center of our mats. Give ourselves a moment to arrive and observe our breath. I like to place a hand on the heart and a hand on the chest. Check in and see how you're doing. And we'll begin to intentionally slow down and deepen our breathing. The next time you breathe in, we'll bring our shoulders up towards our ears and roll them down and back behind us, beginning to make space in the shoulder area. Inhaling up to the ears, rolling down and back behind you. You'll feel the shoulder blades getting closer together as your shoulders float down. A few more times with your breath, inhaling the shoulders up. Exhaling, melting them back down behind you, the shoulder blades become closer. We spend a lot of time these days with our phones and computers very curved forward in the cervical spine and thoracic spine. So this action just helps us balance all of that a bit. We'll bring the hands to the knees and inhale both arms directly out in front of you. Once you're there, we'll start taking slow, intentional circles with the wrists to one direction, and whenever you're ready, we'll switch directions. We'll gently bring our wrist to stillness, and we'll use the right hand to bring the left arm all the way in front of the body, finding a nice stretch in the left shoulder, from where the shoulder meets the back body. One breath here. Observe sensation, and when you're ready, we'll release. And take the same thing on the opposite side. Left hand holds onto right wrist and draws the right arm in front of the body. You'll feel extension from the right shoulder where it meets the upper body. When you're ready, we'll release. Letting the arms come back to center, the hands come down beside you, and with a deep inhale, we'll reach up above the head. Fingers close together with index finger out, and as you exhale, we'll begin leaning to the right side, opening the left side body. If you'd like a bit more here, the right hand could come down to the mat. We want active, reaching hands and arms, an engaged body, and big deep breaths into the left rib cage area. Gently we'll come through center, switching sides. The right arm reaches overhead, we're arching towards the left. Again, the left hand can be down on the mat beside you, or up together with the right index fingers out. Drawing breath into our right side body. Our next inhalation will come back to center. Inhale the arms up to either side of us. And we'll bend the right arm up and back behind the head and the left arm down and back behind the abdomen. I'll turn around so you can see what's going on in this posture. Honoring your own shoulder mobility today, you can experiment with seeing how close your hands can be behind your back body. Maybe the fingers touch, or there's quite a distance. Wherever you are today is perfect. A nice prop for this position is taking a small towel or cloth between your hands, just to train your shoulders to become a bit more open over time. We'll release our hands down. Switching sides, left arm up and back behind the body, right arm down and back. Maybe you have more or less mobility on this side than our first side. Just observe those things without judgment. Get to know yourself, your body, range of motion, and breathe. We'll release the hands, making sure the shoulders aren't creeping up towards the ears. If they are, just use your hands to help you draw them down gently. Take a moment of breath here to observe how it feels, keeping the shoulders down and back. We'll bring both hands together behind our backs. And with a nice inhale, just slightly raise the hands towards the sky, very slightly. As you exhale, we'll release them and bring them in front of our body, planting the shoulders down and back in their sockets. Once again, slow inhale, hands come behind us, fingers lock, opening the heart. And exhale, release. Hands will come in front of you, shoulders down, back, and nice in their sockets. One last time, hands behind, fingers close. Inhale, slight lift of the hands towards the sky. Open heart. And we'll exhale, releasing the hands in front of us. And in your own time, floating the hips down and back into child's pose. If you'd like to bring your knees wider apart or closer together, that's your decision here. We'll bring the hands up like little spiders or tents, and very intentionally, gently, we'll begin walking them off over to the right side. This will help us extend the left side body. If you'd like, you can try directing your breath into the left rib cage area. Stay here with yourself. Couple of breaths. And we'll walk the hands back through center and over to the left side. This time finding expansion in the right side body. If you'd like to experiment directing your breath into the right rib cage, you're in a good position to practice that. When you're ready, we'll bring the hands back to center, walking them as far forward on the mat as we can. We'll turn the hands open towards the sky, bend our elbows, and the hands will fall right in that shoulder blade area where we can give ourselves a little massage. Self-care, self-love. You know your knots. Take this moment to give them some attention. Staying with your breath, we'll release the hands down. Getting ready for thread the needle, bringing your right arm out to one side and under the left. The left arm can wrap around your back body, or it can stay down on the mat as it was. We'll observe here the release experienced in the right shoulder. Observe sensation. Stay with your breath. And we'll gently switch sides, bringing the left arm under the right arm back behind you for a bind or on the mat. Gently we'll release, rising back up to a seat, bringing the legs in front of our bodies. And we'll visit a posture called reverse table to bring some strengthening and mobility into our shoulders. First, the hands will be planted beside both hips. And whenever you're ready, you'll inhale and press the upper body towards the sky. If you have any pain here or extreme discomfort, just stay seated and practice breathing with your shoulders down. If you'd like to try again, hands beside the hips. When you breathe in, push into the mat to lift your upper body towards the sky. Reverse table. We'll sit back down between our hands, preparing to try it one last time. As you breathe in, pressing your body up towards the sky with the support of your shoulders and hands. A modification here would be to bend the knees, bringing the feet a bit closer to you. Maybe gives you a bit more control and elevation. We'll come back to a seat. Inhaling the hands above the head, and as you exhale, bending down over your legs, waking up the hamstrings and extending from the shoulder blades. Finding your breath, checking in with yourself. If you'd like a little extra, you could hold on to opposite feet, right hand to left foot, left hand to right foot. And we'll release everything back down towards the legs. One last breath here. And we'll rise up, bringing the legs back to one side so we can transition to hands and knees or table pose. We'll bring the hands directly under the shoulders, the hips directly above the knees. Your toes can be tucked or flat, whatever feels best to you. With a deep breath in, we'll extend the right arm in front of the body, feeling the extension in the right shoulder all the way through the tips of the fingers. Exhaling the hand back down, and your next inhale will guide the left arm out in front of the body, extending from the shoulder blade all the way to the fingertips. We'll add on to this time when you bring your right hand out in front of you. You have the option of also extending the left leg. You can keep the knee bent or straight out. You can also reach back and try to grab onto your heel or foot. Find something to focus on to help yourself balance. We'll release everything down and take the same thing on the opposite side, extending the left arm and, if you want, the right leg. Maybe reaching back to try to see if you can catch that ankle, getting tall, and releasing everything back down to the mat, coming to a comfortable seat. And just as we began, we'll take a few intentional circles with the shoulders, bringing them up towards the ears and down and back behind the body. The next time you breathe in, we'll bring both hands above the head, melting the shoulders down and opening the arms at a right angle with the elbows bent. Bring awareness to your shoulders, check that they're not creeping up towards the ears, and we'll just close with some soft movement, synchronizing the mind and body, extending the left arm out beside you and tapping your shoulder gently. Same with the right side, arm comes out beside you, elbow bends to gently tap the shoulder. To close, we'll take both arms out wide, giving yourself a hug, thanking yourself for this beautiful practice of self-care today. And thank you so much for sharing it with me. It's my honor to work with you. Namaste. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. I'll see you next time.